Koinnas, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world.
I've been looking around for salvation. I've been looking around for the truth. All around me I see frustration, and I looked all over till I found you. I sit and listen to your stories, and you're telling me, please don't worry. So lot in this world you should know, and love in life is where you should go. If you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're looking for someone to know, if you're looking for someone to guide you, then love in life will guide you.
Koinnas, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Well, first off, congratulations to Michaela. I don't see Michaela in the side chat. Well, you guys will just have to let her know that we wish her a happy birthday. She turns 39 today. And I've got a special song that you can sing along to. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Alrighty, happy birthday, Michaela. And I'm sure Josh will pass over our best wishes to you. Right, let's get on to the subject of tonight. The KBBV, the Koingnaas Belastingbetalers Now, okay, my Afrikaans isn't great, and I'm sure there are a few people having a chuckle, but that is a difficult one, let's face it. Okay, so the KBBV are taking the Koinnaas local municipality to the High Court on the 4th of February over allegations of fraud. Our guest tonight, Johan Grabe, is the chairperson of the KBBV. In a nutshell, the municipality is bankrupt and debt-ridden, but it received 21 million rand from De Beers in 2016 to take over the town of Koingnaas from De Beers, plus 1.95 million rand in vehicles and equipment, etc., against which a contract for 3 rand purchase price was entered into for the town of Koinnas from De Beers, which included a service level agreement to upgrade the town, get the sewage plant compliant, a certificate of compliance, get the water upgraded, etc., plus infrastructure. But guess what happened? Not much. And in fact, the town now is in a complete state of, you guessed it, disrepair. Now remember, that was 21 million rand given to the municipality to upgrade this town just 5 years ago. Here we go. Let's get Johan on.
Hello, Scott. Good evening.
Hi, Johan. How are you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Good, 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 good.
Okay, that's great. Okay,
Now, can you just
right.
put your camera on, Johan?
It's on, Scott. You should see
Oh, there
me.
it is. Now I see it. That's perfect now. Okay.
Hello. Hi. We have load shedding starting now. Can you believe it? I found it out 15 minutes ago. People phoned me from Koinnas and said, you know, there's load shedding in Mossel Bay in 5 to 15 minutes. Yeah, I had to struggle now to get everything in order to have a working system. But we have now a working system and the generators are running up and running and so.
Fantastic. Well,
That
I'm
is what we
I'm sure the load shedding is not coincidental.
I'm positive. Yeah, he's got. You never know.
Anyway, you got your way around it. Now, before we go into the case of Koinnaas, I'd like to just talk to you about the problems with municipalities across South Africa, because
Mm.
it's not just Koingnaas where service delivery is just a complete disaster. You can pretty well hang your hat off any municipality in the country, apart from
Yeah,
places like Orania. And
yeah,
this is all to do with infighting, the politics between the majors like ANC, EFF, etc. And even if you get one of the minor party guys in as mayor, they're undermined to a point, like the DA were in Tshwane, to a point where the ANC take over the administration because the municipality cannot be run because of the way it's actually hijacked by the ANC and other parties. Now, I take it the municipality that you're in, which is a municipality of Kamiesberg, is no different.
yeah. I think that's the worst, maybe, in South Africa. The smallest, but the worst. I think everybody's got their problems, and I don't know if you know, Scott, but I have extensive experience of municipalities. I worked for municipalities for many years. From 1990, well, from 1980s till 1991, when I resigned 24 hours because I employed a person on top of me and said, you have to train him everything you know. And to run a municipality is not an easy task. It is an extremely complicated business to run, and I think this city council, they employed a guy that is the financial. I'll show that to you today. The financial guy, and he was an aardappel plucker. I mean, he worked in the potato fields,
So,
and all of a sudden he's now,
from being a farm worker, he's now the mayor of, or sorry, he's
yeah,
the mayor of the municipality.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
No background of running a place like this, and so on. Also, this court case we now have. I mean, this thing makes it's the first in South Africa where a municipality didn't deliver their service, and we started fixing this down, and they sued us on a high court order that we have to stop, and the town is totally collapsing, and that's I thought before we start with the presentation, I would like to I can keep your hours so busy tonight, but I just want to show you the photos
Yeah,
of
please
the
do.
town so that you have an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. I'm going to minimize the. I'm just going to share my screen
Right.
so that I can show the people what we have done. And how many? Okay, that's wonderful. How many listeners do we have now, Scott?
We're running over a few platforms. So on the one that I'm watching, we've got about 50 on that particular platform.
Okay.
But you know,
Everybody
the other
that's
platforms will be
that's
bigger. Yeah, carry on.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just want to start. I just want to see. Can you see my screen of the photos now already?
Yes, I can. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to give you an idea of the photos that how the town looks like. This is a junction, the main road. One of the main roads. There's the main road, the provincial road here, and here's the main road, and that's what it looks
Oh,
like.
now is that where it becomes municipal property, where the road is just a
Yes, yeah,
disaster?
right there. That's where it becomes municipal property there,
Wow.
and then it's just, and that's the worst roads. Ach nee.
How deep are
There
those
goes.
holes?
Yeah. Scott, just give me a moment. There's something wrong here now.
Hmm.
Those holes are extremely deep. I mean, extremely. Let me just see if I can do it this way. The power failure that touched me now. Okay, is that better? You can see this, the share screen of still, eh?
Yeah, just get rid of
Scott,
that
can you
little
still see the
black
picture?
box. Yeah, get rid of me. That's better. Yeah, take it right off.
Okay,
Yeah, that's better.
that's it. Okay. You're gonna hear this beep 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 now because of the power. So you must just bear with me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. All right. Here's the town, and here's and when we started working, we cleaned up all the pavements,
Yeah.
and we just started working on everything.
And they brought out a court order to stop you working.
Yes, I'll show you now. You see, this is we started this day, 6th of December. We started working.
Oh, just go
We
back
we picked
one.
up all the.
Sorry, just go back one. Yeah, that one there. Now, that's supposed to be a tarred road, isn't it?
It's supposed to be a tarred road.
And it's, you can see all the tar's gone.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, you can see how
Okay.
they're totally wrong at it. Here's the telephone. We started painting these poles. You'll see now.
Yeah.
There's our kids. All the kids. I've got all the kids together. 35 people in the town together to paint. There, everybody sat with a kwas. We paint 600 liters of road paint out on the roads.
Right.
And the police came there on this road here and said, listen, you can't do this. And And the guy was a policeman. He said, where's your court order? They didn't have a court order. And then, yeah, that is what it looks like.
Wow.
Okay, I'm in the dark. Yeah, so there's all the, there's all this stuff.
Now, this happened in December, didn't it?
In December, the 6th of December and the 15th of December, they got a court order.
Yeah, and
stop us.
I've seen the order where they say that you are not allowed to go to the sewage plant, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, you're not allowed to do the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing. We the total. It's all public knowledge now. It's going to be downloaded from the web.
Yeah.
And yeah. So we bought new equipment to cut out all the bad roads, everything. So
and they shut
it's a
you
beautiful
down.
little town. Yeah, it's only 150 people staying in the town, Scott. It's
Wow.
a very small town. But in the best days, 1,000 people stay in the town. There's a water purification system that doesn't work
Yeah.
in the background. And there's all the photos, just to show you more or less how what we did.
Yeah.
Cut out all the potholes, fixed painted all the street poles.
So just in summary, you guys, because the municipality weren't fixing the roads, weren't fixing the sewage system, weren't fixing anything, you decided that you would go out and do it as a community service. And the municipality then took out a court order to stop you fixing up what they should be fixing up.
Yes, I'll rather say we declared a dispute against the municipality and telling the municipality, "Look, guys, you didn't do what you have to do, and there's a whole dispute thing I'm going to discuss with you, long, what it all entails. But in short, it comes down to you didn't do what you have to do, and that's the problem. You have to now do some, So here's the guys picking up all the poles, the street poles. It was all lying down.
Wow.
I'll show you a few. Look what it looked like.
Oh, no.
Electrical wires out everywhere. Look there, in the town. Children had shocked themselves for years, 7 years.
Wow.
It like that.
Wow.
And the minute we started to fix it, then we picked it up and we fixed it. And so I haven't complete said. Agter by die generator, né? Trek die een wit plak uit en plak die swart plak wat ons in die mure geplak het daar in my stupidheid. My bad. Sorry. Jy verstaan wat ek sê. Scott, let me just sort of this problem out 5 minutes. Look at the photos here. I'll be with you 5 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Guys, just for those who've just joined us, we're looking at some of the, the state of this little town of Koingnaas, which is in Namaqualand, up north of Cape Town. And it's near that town of Springbok. Now, there's a municipality called the Koingnaas local municipality, which is run by the ANC, and the mayor, Johan was just saying, used to be a farm worker picking potatoes, and he's now running the municipality. Clearly, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just an ANC cadre, and there's a huge amount of money, 21 million rand, which was given by De Beers in 2016 to the municipality, which has just gone missing in action. And now Johan and the KBV, which is a Koingnaas Belastingbetalersvereniging, KBBV, they are taking the Koingnaas local municipality to the High Court over allegations of fraud and other allegations as well. And clearly the town is just a complete disaster. Are you back, Johan?
I've got the generator full of fuel now, guys, and I can talk the whole night. Oh, all the power's down.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott, I had to fix that quickly.
No, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So we've got the idea. I mean, the whole town's a complete disaster, and they're doing nothing about it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with my presentation now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to try to. This is a thing that will take. Just want to get my thing up and running.
Now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at a PowerPoint presentation about the state of this little town, and Johan's going to explain, you know, where things just don't add up, and some of the stuff I've seen is just absolutely extraordinary. Back to you, Johan.
Okay, let me just do this. Just get my other computer screen up and running. Give a second. Hey, kom nou. Murphy's Law, eh? Wow, you know, load shedding, they haven't had it for quite some time, and when you're not used to it,
yeah,
you really have to plan for it. Just get my presentation up and running again. Okay, let me just, from beginning, I'll say. I'm going to just share, do you see the screen now? What screen do you see? The whole full screen or half screen, Scott?
Okay, I still see you at the moment.
Okay, so let me just, I'm in slideshow, let me just see if I can try. How do I unshare my screen now again? I need to, I got rid of you now, I need you again because I need to set up this. Let me just check. Let me just check. There we go. There we go. I'm now up and running. Okay, sorry. I must just get my presentation going. You must just forgive me now because I lost it. Presentation from beginning and sharing. And sharing that file starts sharing. Now you'll see the Taxpayers Association. Once you see the Taxpayers Association, then we're right.
Yeah. Okay, yes, we now see it. Okay. We're all set to go.
Okay, brilliant.
Over to you, Johan. Johan?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, all right. We're in your hands.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. Okay. There I am. You see me? Hi. Okay. I've got 10 talking points tonight, just shortly and sweetly, what we have to talk about, the history of Koinnas, my involvement there, and how we started.
Right.
Okay, I'm a property owner, and in South Africa, it's really a bad situation when they talk about possession without compensation, or they're going to take the property without compensation, and so on. And as I go around, I see that was the ANC's, I don't want to talk about ANC, but that was a promise made to the people, you're going to get all their houses. I don't know how they thought they're going to manage that, but we've got a cleaning service lady here in our town that does cleaning services. Now, she goes from house to house with the people of the cleaning service, and they say, they have picked our house, this one's going to take that house, that's one's going to take that one, that one's going to take that house, and the ANC promised it them a long time ago, 1994. So I think promises made and promises that got kept is a huge problem for the ANC. That's why they want to change the law and that they can take possession of your stuff.
Yeah.
So, but Koinnas is a very, very remote little town in South Africa. It's 120 kilometers from the nearest town, a dorp. So if you want to run out of cigarettes, you're gonna have to drive 240 kilometers to go buy cigarettes.
Wow.
So it's extremely remote, like the Australian outback. You
Yeah.
know, it's extremely, extremely remote. But that's what we like. It's part of the natural reserve. So Springbokke and Gemsbokke and Australians, they walk around in the town back
Oh,
all the
lovely.
time. It's inside a nature reserve, part
Wow.
of a nature reserve. And the Beers gave the town in 2016 21 million with specific instructions to fix the town.
Now, De
And
Beers, Johan, De
Beers town.
Beers actually established the town to support the mine that they had in the local area, didn't they?
Yes, that town was the main head office. All the main staff stay there. All the heads of departments
Right.
stay there. So the houses are all built with diamond, the stone out of the diamond crushers. So
Right.
that it's extremely strong houses. And yeah, we bought the house of the mine manager basically.
Right.
So it is a beautiful town. It was built in the 70s. And nobody could go to the town. It was totally locked up. Like the Namibia, you still get that area where you can't go. And it was totally locked up until 2010. And the beer started to proclamate the town. And in 2016, it gave it over to the municipality. That's where the problems started.
Right.
It started to become a huge problem. Where the municipality just took all the equipment, 6 million worth, and just sold it off and took the 21 million, and I don't know what they did with it. It's been in accounting.
Hang on, they sold off all the equipment.
Yes, as well. So the BS gave us the town 21 million.
Yeah.
Over and above that, the BS left the town with a workshop of 6 million worth of equipment and vehicles and stuff. There's nothing left of that. God, nothing. All of it gone. So that in total we talk about 26, 27 million gone. In 4 years, 5 years out of that town.
Wow.
Okay, so in June, I heard about the National Taxpayers Union, and that's the whole thing tonight is the National Taxpayers Union. I want to introduce to people and the reason why it's there. And this guy, Jaap Kelder, he's an amazing man. He's now 80. Next birthday is 80. He lived in Switzerland for most of his life, a younger life, let me say so. And he was in charge of the Swiss municipalities. So he knows Switzerland and their municipality. Okay. He knows this Swiss municipalities very well, and so on. So he was when he came back to South Africa, he said we have to start fighting for our we have to fight for our
Rights.
country, and they started 25 years ago. They started fighting for struggling against it. So they spent about 3.5 million on court cases, taking on municipalities. Anybody that looks now can go just Google Jaap Kelder, and you'll see what we mean.
Right.
By that. Okay. Scott, I was going to look at this generator quickly. Sorry. Yeah, cool.
Okay, guys, while he's looking at the generator, I'm just going to show you the documents for the court cases that are well, this is the Kamiesberg local municipality against the KBB and Johan Grabe. Now, this is the judgment where these people who are trying to fix up the town are not allowed to go and fix up the town. You'll see, for example, clause 2.3, that the first and second respondents, that's Johan Grabe and the KBBV, are interdicted and prohibited from entering the first applicant's sewage plant, water plant, and rubbish dump situated in the town of Koingnaas. And so it goes on. These are all the restrictions that this court ruling has put to them. It's quite an extraordinary, quite an extraordinary document. Okay, I'm going to go back to Johan. Johan, back to you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we're going to struggle with the generator. I've got too many things on it. But anyway, so Jaap Kelder, you can even when you Google Jaap Kelder, you'll see all this stuff. But for years and years, they fought to get court cases. There's a few websites which I'm going to show to you now,
Right.
where you can go to and find all the information about it.
Right.
So here's the first website. That's the
Yeah. No, I can't see
National.
that. I can't see that because it's another window. It's just a black
Okay.
screen. Yeah. So don't worry. People
Right,
go and
but
check
that
those out.
website, that website, I can email everybody. Can send me an email. I'm voorzitter at Koinnaas.co.za, and I can send me an email. I'll send this presentation to them
Yeah.
so that they have
Well,
the
I've
website short.
got a better idea, Johan. Why don't you send me the
Yeah.
presentation, and after the
And you
live
can
stream,
send it.
I will link it to the description below the video, so people can just click
Yes.
on that and download it from the internet.
From the web. That would be brilliant. So let me just go a little bit. I've done enormous research in the last year to about municipalities in South Africa.
Yeah.
And from 2016 to 21, 5 years, 121 billion
Wow.
was lost as a result of unauthorized, irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure in 4 years.
Wow.
What could we have done if they didn't stole it? We would have had 121,000 new millionaires in South Africa.
Wow.
I don't know if you know that. You can go and read it. All of these things I'm sharing with
Yeah.
you tonight is in the public domain.
I can
So you
believe
can
it.
download. It's all available. And the problem with the municipalities at the moment is I'm going to show out of the figures. I'm an accountant, so I'm accounting background.
Mhm.
So I've analyzed the financials of these guys, and I can show and I can see exactly where they went wrong because I'm an advisor in that regard. My professional life, I'm analyzing people's stuff, and I say to them where they can improve their businesses. And I've been doing that for 20 years of my life.
Right.
So I'm standing shocked for the last year, really getting into the municipalities after being out of it for so long. But anyway, the rates increased by 500% average in South Africa in the last 5 years. Okay, when average inflation rates over 5 years was 27.5%. And all these guys do is to fund their stealing and fund their whatever they do is to basically put up the rates. That's it.
Basically, what we're saying, Johan, is it's an illegal transfer of wealth from the middle class communities
exactly.
in towns and cities to the ANC cadres.
Exactly, Scott, and that's what's happening. And all court cases are listed on this website. That's what they.
Yeah.
All the court cases that were fought by the National Taxpayers Association to they have found a legal way to take the money out of the hands of the government, of the municipalities, and put it back into our hands.
Yeah.
With the Constitutional Court of South Africa, that took them 4 years to achieve it. With a full Ratsbank, what I call it, a full or three rachters or three lawyers, or judges, 3 judges, and all 3 judges said it's illegal. They've done their work, their admin illegal. They have collected the rights illegally, and in Pretoria that was 5 years. Where we are 7 years, and so on. There's certain. I'm going to get into that now.
Yeah.
There's certain laws in South Africa that govern the municipalities. Okay, so I've got another website that I'll show you, the National Bill. That is our website where we explain to you how to start your own taxpayer association if you want.
Right.
It's hard work, but it is worth it for our kids. We have to save our country from this. They're gonna we're not going to be able to put forward our houses. Our municipal fees are going to be more than our bonds. That's the problem we are heading, and very fast. If we don't do something, property owners of South Africa, even if you have one property, you have to start, or we're going to start doing this, and we're going to fight this from the bottom up. We're just going to go to our communities and say, listen, let's try it like we did with Koingnaas. It's all legal. They haven't stopped now. It's for a whole year that I told them I'm going to stop paying you taxes. The community is going to pay to my Taxpayers Association. They didn't sue me a bit. It's a whole year and a half that I wrote them letters constantly saying we're going to do it. From the 1st of August 2021, we started. In December, we had enough money, just from 20% of the people in the town, to fix the town as far as we did.
Wow.
Just by 4 months of our rights paid over to us and not to the municipality, and it's totally legal. And I'm on this website here, NBU, that's the National Belastingbetalers NTU, National Taxpayers Union.co.za, all the court cases, some of them are listed there.
Right.
And in the background, the password is the active cases we are busy with.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about the dispute system later. I'm just going to show you where Koinnas is. I don't know, everybody knows. There's Koinnas, you can see there's a Namako Park, it's right next to the Namako Park.
Now, isn't that the focus of one of the books written by that famous South African author, where you know, and it's all about the diamond mines and things like that. Yes, Scott, you're 100% right. There's a few books written there, and 1652, 1680, they already, Jan van Riebeeck, already started exploring this area, actually not for diamonds, but for copper. There's very copper-rich area. Van der Stel had a house here in this area. Yeah, and that's a lot of water here and a lot of diamonds here. The biggest diamond in the Northern Cape has been found in Koinnas a few months ago. Yeah, now that's the traditional home of the Gurikwa people, the Khoi people, up that way. Yeah, the Khoi people, yes. Yes. And there's never been apartheid there, man. We always, everybody lives together. My wife's family comes from there, so that area. So yeah, that is so. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, out of all the experience I had now, with Koinnas and studying the figures, I'm showing you the figures out of the financials that is public domain. So these figures are all the public domain, and I'll show our website as well to you now, where you can get it from the Auditor General, and it's the Treasury actually makes it available for everybody to download. Right. So this is a little town. There's a town. That's that little area there. Yeah. The biggest town is Garries, where 2,000 people stay. Next town is about 400 people on the Klabai, it's just about over 400-500 people. And then already claimed all these little towns together doesn't even have a population of 11,000. Wow. Doesn't have a population of 11,000 people. It's a massive area, open area, beautiful area. Okay. A population of 11,000, the remuneration of the councillors, 9.6 million. Wow. Who have to pay for that? Now, how many years is that? How many years is that, Johan? 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. There's 2020, 2019, 18, 17. 4 years. 2 million, 2.6, 2.4, 2.4, 2.1 million. There's the remuneration of the councillors. And is C. Nero the guy who's a farmhand? Yeah, I've actually, I don't know if he's on this list. Yeah, one of them has been a labourer, yeah. Yeah, okay. I can't remember this. I think Roy was. I'm not so 100% sure. Some of them, one of them was. Yeah, okay. So, but the fact of the matter is, Scott, this is what's killing municipalities. The councillors' payment. And where must that money come from? I'm going to show you now what's the total income of this town, of these towns in total per year.
and what is the expenses, and how in the world can it run? Keep on running. The central government that to gooi funds in here, my man, and it's all our tax money that just goes into here.
Yeah, now
From everywhere.
just on 11,000 people over 4 years, that's close to 1,000 rand per person living in that municipality.
You're 100% right. I worked that out as well, Scott. And I'm afraid to burst your bubble a little bit. The adults is 4,000. The rest are children. The working population is 4,000.
So we're looking at about 2,500 rand per person over the last 4 years.
Per person.
Gosh.
To keep the coffers of the councillors full.
Okay.
But that's the first. I put 5. If I was now an advisor for municipalities and I had to advise them on where are you going wrong and what should you do, I would say fire the councillors, kill them, stop. They are useless. You don't need them. Stop the 2 million a year going gone. Okay, that is my first thing. If it was a business, that will be my advice. And I'm gonna give all the I'm gonna give this municipality tonight advice as if they want to listen to me, but I don't. But I'm going to share it now with everybody in South Africa. So I've tried for 2 years to say to them, get me involved. I will help you to pick this place up. For 2 years I wrote letters everything down again. It's all going to be in the court papers. But anyway, so my advice would be get rid of the councillors. That's killing you. First thing is killing your business. That's killing you. The next thing that's killing you, number 2 is your managers. The financial manager takes 500,000 rand to run a population of 4,000 adults a year, and the mayor takes 1 million a year.
Whew.
Just the financial guy, 1.5 million a year.
Now,
and the councillors added that's 4 million just for the councillors and a year.
Now, RC Buke sounds like a white fella.
No. Because it's in Koinnaas. It's a whole different story.
Okay.
It's colored people.
Okay.
The 90% colored people. Okay, of this area.
Yeah.
It's very, very much colored people.
Right.
The whole city council is all colored people. No whites at all.
Okay.
Okay. Then the next one, management personnel. I will say. These people don't do their work properly. I want to see his qualifications. Can he be the guy? Because I'm going to show you now why I have this problem.
Right.
And the third problem is your salaries and your income. So out of the town for 1920, we've got 25 million income, and the expenses with 32 million every year. They spend double what I get in, more or less. Well, more or less, 12, 11, 9. They're improving on the operational cost a bit, but I mean, there's no way these people can continue like this. They are bankrupt.
So just to make it simple, over 60% of the rates collected goes to salaries.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, even more. No. More than 100% goes to salaries, right? Okay. They collect 25 billion, they pay out 32 million. Salaries.
I was talking about the previous two screens.
So they're 7 million behind, 9 million, 11 and 12 million after 8. Go backwards.
Yeah, you can just see it's crazy. Yeah, please carry on.
So yes, and then we go with the next problem that they have is problem 4. That is the contracted service. They have these contractors they hire in. Now I'm an accountant, and I know that a place like this doesn't take a lot of accounting. It's 25 million. It's 22 million a month to run. I mean, how many transactions can it be? The accounting fees. This is also the years. I didn't write the years down. It's 2020, 2019, 2019, 18, 17. Okay, the years as well. Yeah. Look what I've paid for accounting fees in 2017. 3 million.
For 11,000 people.
Yeah.
And 4,000 adults.
3.2 million. There's the problem. The problem is the municipality's problem. If I'm an advisor to them and I can advise them on how to fix your problems, get rid of your councillors, get proper qualified people in your businesses, because you pay $1 million to the financial guy, $500,000, and the manager who also should be a financial guy in a municipality. I don't know if you know the law, but he should be a financial guy.
Yeah.
Get rid of them and fire your contractors and get a guy who can do the job. You can't do the job, so you hire people to do the job.
Well,
That's the problem.
if the local community is willing to do things like they were just
Yeah,
in
it
December.
can be done out of the community. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm trying to achieve now, and that's why now I got a court order against me. I've put accountants inside our community that will be able to do this.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take over the municipality. I want to help them to run it, but I can't leave the money in their hands because they're not trustworthy. You can't trust them. They are not trustworthy. You cannot leave money in their hands. That won't work.
Yeah, that's obvious.
True. So problem number 4, problem number 5 is the tenders. Now I was I don't know if you know yesterday. The Landbou Weekblad also wrote a whole piece on this thing of ours, and one guy said the municipality commented on my posting there. I'm going to go into the detail, and one of our owners went and he found on the Koinnaas municipality this tender, and in 2019 they paid for accounting services for a period of 3 years to Mabesco 23 million.
What?
23 million for accounting. Yeah, there it is, accounting. And here they paid to them, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 million to somebody else. And 23 million for accounting in 4 years.
That's 30
so
million.
It's for 30 million, Scott,
What?
that I paid out in 3 years.
Do you know who this Mabesco is?
I know, I've Googled him, yes. So it's a municipal. I also want to talk about that because the municipalities are so bad, all of these sub companies came with their. It can't continue like this. The worst of the worst is they said this is one small municipality, Scott.
Yeah.
And I've analysed it. I've spent months now. Well, yeah, a month.
Yeah.
Full time, analyzing these things, and it is shocking, and you can do this through the whole of South Africa. So I hope I don't bore people with my accounting.
No, this applies everywhere. This applies everywhere.
It applies everywhere, and we have to take the money legally out of their hands. They can't control it, they can't be trusted, and we have the legal way to do it. Right. That is what I'm selling you. This is what I'm selling. I'm just talking about it. But so what happened is the National Taxpayers Union helped us to do the work, and when they sued, they helped us to pay. They pay you. I don't want to know. They came to me job, and they employed 6 legal firms, of which is 3 qualified, very highly rated advocates.
Yeah.
And then 2 senior advocates and 2 junior advocates and a senior coordinator advocate and 2 legal firms.
Right.
In total, 6 firms were employed to put this document together in less than a month. So we put a document of 728 pages together, and we sued basically. It's 16 times 7 pages shipped to the 4 advocates, to 6 legal firms managing the sheriffs and to 7 government departments, which I'm going to share with you now.
Right.
So what we did is say there's laws that tells this is the Koinnaas. We now suing the Koinnaas and Rufus Bekers, and then there's all the Namakwa district municipalities should have looked at this municipality. Why didn't they do their work? The MEC for Environment Affairs, the Minister of Human Settlements, Water and Sanitation, the Minister of Environment Affairs, MEC for Local Government, Northern Cape, Minister of Corporate Governance, and then the Minister of Justice, because of the problems. And we sued every one of them and saying, here's the documentation, and you have a problem because you don't do your work.
Johan, I have to say I'm surprised you didn't sue Mabuko as well, the accountant.
We didn't know about this till after we submitted it. We didn't know about this.
Okay.
That's not part of the documentation. So I just put it in here because some fresh new. I don't know about it.
You
Still this
should
afternoon.
join him in the action.
I talked to the advocates like I said, that's what you have submitted.
Okay.
So yeah, so I got two of the policemen to come to my house and we signed the documentation there. It took a few hours.
Yeah.
I had to sign 1,700 papers and we shipped it all like this in boxes to the sheriffs and basically just to give you an idea, here's the act that says that who must govern who and who take responsibility for who.
Right.
So there's a lot of acts that says what government department must look at what government department, and they don't do the work at all. To write a letter to somebody saying do your work doesn't help. The sewage still runs onto my property for 7 years.
Oh no.
19,000 liters an hour.
Oh no.
For 7 years after the property I bought. And they do nothing about it for 7 years. And there was letters written to the guys to fix it.
Yeah.
And you know you can plant, you can do so much with that water. It's just a little bit treatment, and you have plants for Africa, and but it just runs into the field and pollutes the water resources.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the place. Anybody that's interested to try starting a taxpayer association, I would like to encourage you to do it. You can contact me, Scott. Do have my contact details, and he will supply it to you, and I will help you to start one if you want to, if anybody wants to. So I wrote to the Auditor General, and they came back to me and say, here's the place where you download all the documents of the municipalities for every municipality in the world in South Africa.
Right.
You get all the information what you want to start studying, doing the reports like I did now. So I want to talk to you about the dispute and the law regarding. In 2005, a law came out to say municipalities must proclamate their rights. In other words, they have to publish their rights in a local newspaper.
Right.
6 days after it was approved. Okay? And if they don't do that, the rights that they collect are illegal.
Right.
Period. Very important to understand that if they don't proclamate the rights, we can collect it from them. Step one, to go through these steps is a firm that does these investigations for us, and they will go and investigate for you, and they will tell you, listen, your rights for this specific municipality in South Africa for this year was illegal, and I give you all the documentation, this pack of documentation, say to prove that I didn't do it as prescribed by law, and then from there you start to create a taxpayer association. A legal person, an independent legal person, and there's many reasons for it on our website to go and look at it in the detail of it. From the day the dispute is made, the property municipal authorities must be legal, must put a credit on your account and then say I'm crediting it, but they don't do that at the moment. So when we declare a dispute, they do not do that, but we have now designed a computer system developed for the last 2 years that gives the municipality these figures. Say to them, listen, here is the figures. This is what your creditor have to pass, and so that they can reconcile their books. So this is a very much an administrative function, a financial function that has to be done. So you can go to our website. I think my generator is going to stop now, guys. If it stops, I'm very sorry, but let's just see. You can hear there in the background squealing and going crazy. But anyway, so on our website that I gave you, the email to the publication to get registered as user, we can learn you how to do the dispute system if you want to.
Right.
I'm going to call today. This is a movement that we are creating, and the movement's going to be 2.15, and that means the Lord gave man the Garden of Eden, and he said to us, keep it.
Yeah.
That is Rekenskap. That is stewardship that you have to do. And if you don't do the stewardship, go and read in the Bible what happens to the people that didn't look after what they were entrusted to do. And that's what my message is.
Right.
We have to take responsibility for our own situation in our own towns. Let's start picking them up. Let's do what our instructions are from God, that we start doing what we have to do. So that is just short from my side. We have a responsibility, and that's important. And the one thing that nearly broke my heart was the naysayers, and that is also very hard to come over, because sometimes people just don't see what your goals are, see what it is,
Yeah.
and I've just got a notes here how to handle the naysayers. If somebody tells you can't do it, don't let it get you down. Stand up, do what you want to do, get the thing going, get it working, and take control of your environment and develop the people around you to become a leader in your town, and we build this from the bottom up, and that's the only way to win this thing. I can't see any other way to win it, and legal way. Okay, that's from my side. There's the generator to gone. Okay, can you still hear me, Scott?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go here. So my generator now broken. I'll see what tomorrow morning. But I've still got power. Still got power on my telephone, on my computer. So yeah. So from my side, I've told you what I want to tell you. There's websites that you can look at.
Yeah.
There's lots of information to read, and I don't know if there's any questions or answers from anybody.
Not at this stage, but look, if you can send me that PowerPoint presentation, the document, I will link it below this video. And
Okay.
yeah, well, I think it's interesting the time of the shutdown of the electricity, isn't it?
Unbelievable, Scott. Unbelievable. Everything is down. You hear my power supply going crazy, and it's gonna pop up now. And it's now. We had load shedding this afternoon, 12 o'clock today, till 2 o'clock, 12 till 2, and now 8 till 10.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 till 10.
Now, while we still got you live, is there anything you'd like to say as a message to people?
I say that everybody that listens to me, we have to stand up, and we have now proven through the courts that to declare dispute and to take control over our own money is legal. I will help you to do that. We're going to build it. We are building a financial system that will help us to manage this. It's extremely complicated. The transfers and how it's calculated. I don't want to go to that jargon. I just want to say, everybody who wants to start a taxpayer association, go to those websites and let us help each other to get our country back from the ruins, and it's really worse and worse. I've looked at a video last night at Tshwane and Joburg. What a clown! What a disgrace is it for people to go crazy like that? That is not what we are. That's not the people what we are. 95% of the people in South Africa wants to go home, wants his own home, wants his wife, his kids, wants to go happy, and he wants to go and have a nice job to do work and have a nice life. That is what we want. And politicians are the worst of the worst. With this as well now. They haven't fixed the town, but they sue us because we want to fix the town. So how bad is that?
That's just ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And the judge gave them the right to do it. Today was an enormous fight, Scott, to have the courts allow us to sue all the government departments. They didn't want us, their side didn't want us to do it. So we had a battle today. And at least we won we can say it was a step in the right direction. We have now the departments have to come to the High Court and state their cases around this 780 documents that we submitted,
Right.
which will remain confidential and then only in the hands of the people that were sued until such time as it becomes public knowledge after the judge gives the ruling in the 11th of March. It's now set date. Tomorrow was the set date. The 4th was the set date. They have now say the 700 pages just too much work. They have moved it to the 11th of March.
Right.
Then we will know what the outcome will be.
Right. Well, look,
Okay.
Johan, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And it's a shame about the power.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm very sorry.
Johan is still there, but there you go. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And look, how do we find out what happens after the 4th? How can people follow
It's going to be in all the newspapers. So I can just the newspapers, and I would like to come and when we start load sharing and share more. If there's people who wants to know more, I would like to hear from them.
Yeah.
They can email me voorsitter@koinnaas.co.za, or you can put it on your website. So my email address is very simple: voorsitter@koinnaas.co.za, and then email, and then I would like to see this happening in all our towns. And especially property owners in towns that see the property value go down and down and down. I spoke to a valuer the other day. He says it is hair-raising to see how the property values in some of these small little towns in South Africa is going down and down and down. And it's not a problem only in small towns. Sandton has the same problem of the rates. It's just not affordable anymore. And the tenants move out. They can't afford the municipalities' inability to manage, but I think it's a controlled thing. So you can't go and negotiate with them. To my opinion, the only way is to take control over your money and stop paying them legally, and that is what the National Taxpayer Union has achieved. So we have the tools.
I fully endorse what you're doing, because if ratepayers can control their own money and not just hand it over to ANC cadres, I think everybody would be happy except for the ANC cadres.
Yes, and legal. So it's legal. They haven't sued me for doing the dispute because they know it's legal.
Yeah.
They sued me for fixing the town. So now we sit with the money and we can't fix the town because in South Africa, the problem with the advocates, they all say, South Africa had such a good government before, municipal systems before, let me say that there's no law that has ever been developed in South Africa for failing municipalities. There's no law ever been developed to manage failing municipalities, and we have to do now for the High Court. And this is what we are doing. We are developing a system to learn in South Africa through the courts. It's the only way now to learn or to create a system how to manage failing municipalities. How unbelievable is that? But that is a fact. That is where we are. That is what we have to do, and we have to do that. So everybody that listens to this, if anybody wants to hear more about the details, more details about how to do it, I would suggest I go to those websites, read up about it, and then start taking control of your communities. Now, a very important thing is you must declare your area. I would say you can't manage more than 5,000 or 10,000 houses in a community. Try to get your area 2,000, 3,000 houses, and say this is the area that we're going to now try to see if we can get taxpayer associations going, and we take over our own town. So get to define your area. Because you're not going to say, nobody's going to be able to do, I'm going to do the whole of Joburg. You're going to have to do Bryanston now, or this bit of Bryanston, or you're going to do Garsfontein, you're going to do a little bit sticky there, Miller Park, even Miller Park has to be broken up into 2 or 3, 4 parts. I think, I don't know if anybody knows Miller Park, it's in Pretoria where I stay. You have to break up your area, get your area and say, I'm going to try to create a taxpayer association. You check it with the people around you, who's going to surround yourself with the right people. Get an accountant, get an attorney who's got a property, who's concerned like you, and say, do this thing. Let's start with it. And that's the only way. I quite don't see any other way. I've tried all the other ways my time, and this works. This works. It's now been a problem for us being sued for fixing our roads. But the fact that we achieved, can I say, yes, we're going to listen to you guys. It's a win for us today. So that's from my side.
Right. Now, if you could send Marlena information about what happens with the court case on the 4th, we will do a video about that. And as I say, we'll link that document, that PowerPoint presentation to this video down below.
We can build this up, Scott. It's going to be a long road, I think.
Yeah.
But I think it's not going to be so important as the 11th of March. I think everybody now have 30,000 pages to study, and then they're going to come together. So the 4th is not going to much happen. It's only going to go to court and say judgment will be held back till the 11th of March. So the 11th of March is our new date. The 4th is not going to be much. Then I moved the date to the 11th of March today.
It's a crazy situation where you've got a feral council basically holding the whole community hostage when it comes to service delivery.
Yeah.
It's just
you know what? Yes, Scott. It's crazy. Now what happened is the sewage ran into 4 houses. Either the showers, in the baths. The sewage comes through the low. The sewage comes into the houses. Okay, and now that's why we also sued the Department of Justice. She made a court order to say to the people, you can't fix the sewage in your house because you have to get the municipality. And we did show in the documents that they didn't do it. They don't do the job. And they agree they don't do the job. And the people can't fix it because there's a court order against them to fix the sewage running into the houses. Can you believe it?
That is just ridiculous.
It's shocking. That's why it sounds, all the newspapers in South Africa, the report had it, and everybody, it was at SABC last night as well, I heard. I don't even know. Anyway, SABC contacted me. I said, I don't want to talk to you, your government.
Yeah, they're just rubbish.
The Fake News Network.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on the news yesterday in SABC, I heard. So this is going to be a huge story, I think, on the long run. Everybody who watched now what's happened on the 4th. You are the first to know it happened today, to know that the 4th is not the real date now, it's the 11th of March.
Right.
Is the real date that we will know what is the judgment in this case. And then we'll keep you posted. Maybe on the 11th we can have another discussion like this, and then we make sure we are generating some fuel.
I tell you what we will do is when you've actually won this case, because it impacts every municipality in South Africa, what we'll do is we'll try and get a couple of mayors on with yourself and have a discussion about how their towns can get involved.
Yes, I think that is brilliant. What mayors don't like about me, Scott, is that I say they must be fired. I say they don't belong a mayor. There belongs a person who cares about his community.
Well,
and we don't.
Maybe a ratepayers association chair or something.
I'm thinking to myself, Scott. Now, if I look what the mayors get, and I see what they do, and what work they do, it's a burden for the community. And we must say we don't want that anymore. We don't want. We don't want to see our money going down the drain. The mayor gets $1 million a year, not so bad. I think more than $1 million a year. And to be at I don't know. So
that's about 200 rand per person, including kids in the community.
Yes. Unbelievable that you have to pay for that guy. He's now. That's why they're fighting so much for keeping the politicians going. Yeah. I said the other day, the ANC signed their own on radio. I said, I don't know if the ANC signed their own death certificate the day they allowed politics into the municipality. A municipality is supposed to be run like a business. It provides a service, and if it doesn't provide a service, you get rid of them.
Yeah.
And the politics have no place in the municipality, absolutely no place.
Yeah.
In the central government, yes, there can be, but in a municipality, there's no place for it. It's too expensive to get the people there. It's just not worth it. We should not have municipalities. We should run South Africa like Switzerland runs the stuff from under to the people on the ground have more power than the people on the top.
Yeah.
That's how it should.
All right, Johan, look, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I'm sorry about your load shedding. And, well, this is South Africa. But, look, have a great evening and keep in touch and we'll follow your story.
Thank you. We'll talk again. Thank you, Scott. Bye-bye.
Okay, buddy. Bye for now. Okay, guys, that was Johan Grabe, who's the chairperson of the KBBV. And that organization is the Koingnaas Belastingbetalers-Vereniging, who are taking the Kamiesberg local municipality to the High Court. And you could see what was happening to the ratepayers' money. It wasn't going to fixing anything, it was just going into back pockets. I'm going to leave it there, but just remember that I'll put a link down to that full PowerPoint presentation that Johan has prepared, so you can download it from the link on or below this video in the description. Take care. I'm going to go out with Hier Bly Ek Boer and have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Johannesburg time. Bye for now.
Meer as 61,000 van ons voorvaders het op die grens vir ons gesterwe, sodat ons vry kan wees. Die is my land, die is my reg, hier is ek boer. Van stof is ek gemaak en sal ek terugkeer. Die Bybel is die woord waaruit ek leer, soos die grond op die aarde. Hier bly ek boer. Soos diep in die nag sal die vyand kom, maar hier bly ek staan en ek draai nie om, want jy maak my nie bang nie. Hier bly ek boer. Die is my land waarvoor ek sal veg. Die is my bloed, my sweet, my reg. Die is die plek waar my voorvaders leef. Die is my land, hoor wat ek jou sê. Die is my land, wat my mense voer. Hier bly ek boer. Soos blaasom in die somer wat vreugde bring, my oupa wat maniekie roek kon sing, soos hy stap deur die lande, hier was hy boer. My wortels lê diep in die grond geplant, hy sien soos my pa, los ek vir jou die land, en jy hoef nie te vrees nie, hier sal jy boer. Die is my land waarvoor ek sal veg. Die is my bloed, my sweet, my reg. Die is die plek waar my voorvaders leef. Die is my land, hoor wat ek jou sê. Die is my land, wat my mense voer. Hier bly ek boer. Die leeu sal kom, 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 die leeu sal kom. Dit is mijn land, waarvoor